Well, it's the Monday after Thanksgiving, and some of us are still making our way through all that delicious food. At my house, that means bowl after bowl of Wheaties. And Wheaties makes me think of Wheatus. So we're doing Teenage Dirtbag today. This video is for Mein Bruder from another Mutter, Tad Bastin. But before we get going, I hope you don't mind if I take just a moment to thank the following people for signing up for the Patreon supporter of the Cause Club. The Man Who Isn't There, Leland Leifheit, and Dennis Clan, or Klon. Folks, thank you very, very, very much for your support. There's a cat there. I had to be very careful where things landed. And if you would like to find out what that's all about, the link, of course, is in the description. Step one is get your cat off your lap. And then pick up your guitar. The chords in the verse are an E power chord, a B power chord, back to E, and A power chord. So, E, B, E, A. But I have more to say about that. Now, the Wheatus guy does this with fantastic finesse without using a pick, but I'm going to bull in a china shop it here. I'm going to turn the E power chord into a whole E chord so that if I hit a wrong string, it's not going to be a wrong note. And I'm going to play the A power chord as an A suspended 2. You'll see why. Here's our strumming pattern. 2 downs, using mostly the bass notes, followed by 3 muted strums. Down, up, down. So, down, down, chicka, chick. Then on our very next up, we're going to use that to hit the open E and B strings. And the trickiest trick here is to let those ring out for as long as possible while you're making the next chord. So, same chord progression we just went over. E, down, down, chicka, chick, to B, power chord. Down, down, chicka, chick, E, A, E, B, E, A. Repeat, repeat, that's your verse. The pre-chorus, She Doesn't Know Who I Am, is that same strumming pattern, but we're going to start on C sharp, the power chord. That's the A string, 4th fret. A, B, B, do it again. C sharp, A, B, B, into the chorus. When we get to the chorus, I'm going to switch that E chord to an E power chord. There's nothing finessey about this. E, A, B, and here's our little riff. Your pointer finger's on A2. You're going to pluck it and slide up to A4, and then reach for D6. And then this little shape we got is going to move up 1 string towards the ceiling. So E for A6. E, A, B. You do that 3 times, and the 4th time this becomes this, which is just the A4-1, the E4-1, then the E5, then the E7. So last time, E, A, B. Back to the verse. For the bridge, the ooh yeah dirtbag part, the bass goes E, B, A. But there's a lot sonically going on there, and all I could definitely tell the guitar was doing was the E power chord and A suspended 2, which is A with an open B string, by the way. But since that B note was in the bass line, I thought I'd look into it further, so I watched some acoustic versions, and what I found was pretty cool. He played the E power chord, then he just reached for the D string 4th fret and played just that note, which if you notice, when you do that, and you've still kind of got your E power chord hanging out, your pointer finger and whatever finger you chose to grab that D string is making a B power chord, so that note is part of a B power chord. Anyways, you can play the whole B power chord if you want. E power chord, B power chord, A sus2, or I kind of like just that one note. It's an F sharp. It's kind of artsy-fartsy in a good way, in my opinion, so I'm going to do that. E power chord, D string 4th fret, into A sus2. 3 times. extended riff. Into the very end, which is the chords from the verse but with none of the finesse. E, B, E, A. And the second time, the last time, you're gonna retard, R-I-T-A-R-D, going to that A. A, and then E string, 4, 2, 4, 2. Ended on E, and this isn't how the song ends, but I believe it's being written into the tax code in 2023. If a song ends on E, you must do this. Which is G string, 13th fret, and B string, 12th fret. Move it down 1 fret, 1 more fret, and then a harmonic on the B and E strings, 12th fret. Now you're ready for tax season. And that's it. So go forth and do that. I hope that was fun and helpful. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time with more stuff. Goodbye.